Craziest thing I ever did in my life that I would like to take to the grave. Oh, hold on, that one. I don't know the statute of limitations on that one.
No statute of limitations. You're on here.
Nah, I think that one might have a statute of limitations. Hold on, let me see. So, okay, I got one. Every job I ever been at that was like a really good job, I lied to get there. Like, I lied. Like, people think I'm qualified for shit that I'm not qualified for.
That politically correct ass question.
That's a good one.
I was expecting a candy. I mean, man, that answer was so politically correct. I was expecting the candy bars answer.
Okay, with a candy bars answer.
Like,
okay.
Man.
Okay, so I was gonna shoot this dude one time. I actually shot at him.
BG, you doing your thing, doing some real shit, my nigga. When I first met you and I seen you was doing, you know what I'm saying, you doing your motherfucking thing. Yeah, you doing your thing.
Which one of y'all's king?
So, man, really.
Yeah, done. One and only.
What's up with man? I'm here with Jason. Dave, best kid of city. What's up with it, man? It's BgMadeIt. Who I'm here with?
Candy bars, duh.
All right, so tell the people where you from.
Dayton, Ohio, born and raised.
Okay. So growing up in Dayton, who was some of your favorite artists?
Locally or industry-wise?
Both.
Some of my favorite artists locally. That's a good one. You know what? I fuck with the Ready Baby and Chaos Reign. Like, we still bopping to all they hits, and they definitely put on for the city. And like watching Chaos movie inspired me to want to make a movie. So like I was watching him do a long time ago. So yeah, him. As far as females go, I watched Tracy Brown do it. You know what I'm saying? I watched Juice do it. I watched a lot of girls do it before me. Mar Monroe, you feel me? She probably done broke the most ground out of all the female artists locally. So shout out to her.
You said Tracy Brown. That was a minute ago.
Man, listen, I ain't gonna say how old I am, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, shout out to Tracy Brown.
Yeah, that was back when my pops was doing the camera work back then.
Yeah.
Oh,
Who your pop?
Mac. Ballhead.
I might know him if I see him.
Yeah, Mac, his MMF TV.
Yeah, okay. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, I've been out here too long. But yeah, shout out to Tracy Brown, shout out to Mar Monroe, and shout out to motherfucking Gigi De Niro. Like, her love and light and just her energy all together. Just been watching her for a long time, and she consistently a good person, and I just love that for her.
Okay, so what you think the difference is between the dating rap scene back then to now?
Back then, I think we was all inclusive. I think we had a lot of people doing it in unison at the same time, and it was room for all of us. So, you know what I'm saying? You had DBM, you know what I'm saying? You had all these different, like, peep camps doing it, but they was all still doing it together. Like, D-Cut, DBM was doing it. You had GTC doing it. They went to the Ohio Hip Hop Awards, got an award. Like, shout out to Jay Lee. Moves Global, duh. But yeah, like, everybody was doing it, and everybody was working together for real. And we all was going to the same engineer, Mo Beats. Okay. Shout out to Mo Beats, rest in heaven to him.
What was it like working with him?
Man, it was the bomb working with Mo Beats. Honestly, he was the one that kept telling me, stop doing features for other people. He was like, make your own project. He said, you keep putting donuts on a Cadillac. That shit stuck with me for years. He like, you keep putting donuts on a Cadillac. Like, you are, higher luxury than that. You got to just make your own songs and stop just putting your best work on other people's songs, because sometimes they don't promote it and nobody ever hears it. So. Okay,
so what was it like your first time recording a song?
First time recording a song, I was actually trying to sing. I feel like I could sing, but singing is so vulnerable. I don't like to do it in front of people. So it was kind of like a start and a finish. It's like, you got to be really vulnerable. You got to make them cry faces. Like, you got to be really open. With rap, I could be like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? I could be whoever I want to be. And you could be like a bigger than life persona. With R&B, you kind of just got to break down. And I write rap better than I do R&B. I started writing poetry, and I try to create songs out of that poetry, but it's falling a little flat, because you need a bridge, you need this, that. Like, so then I started making them into raps, and I was like, I like this. And so yeah, that was.
So for the people that don't know, what's the difference between rap and poetry?
Rap to me is like just putting words together. The industry is full of rappers right now. Rappers, lyricists, two different things.
Elaborate.
So a lyricist can put words together in a clever way to where you literally got to listen to the song 3-4 times and you catch it later. Like, dang, he said that? Like, lyricism makes you think. It's clever. It's metaphoric. You know, it have all these little play on words. But with rap, you could just put words together like, I'm the hottest in the city. Everybody know I'm pretty. That's rap. You hear me? And poetry gonna make you feel something.
Okay, so what inspired you to start doing music?
My sister, her and her friend, they was at school and they had to do a commercial for a project at school, and they had these jeans called Get Back jeans. And they had to make a jingle for the song. So they made a jingle for the song. And I'm like, I like that. So then my sister and her friend, they just used to be writing raps all the time, sending them back and forth. I would go to school in like 5th, 6th grade and take her raps and take her name out of them, put my name in place of her name. And then it was my raps. And everybody's like, oh, so once I saw the response at the lunch table, I had to keep going.
Okay, so not to expose how long you've been rapping, but what year roughly where you jumped off the porch and said, I'm a rapper now?
I'm going to say Cruise Fest 06.
Okay.
Is when I really felt like a rapper. I was like, yeah. Because, I mean, we took over the stage. Shout out to DJ Homegrown. I was with my camp at the time. They went from New Millennium Entertainment to Beat City Productions. And I was out there with them. And we took over the stage. They DJ wasn't loud enough. Rest in peace to DJ Bionic Man. His stuff wasn't loud enough, and our tent was rocking so hard, they asked us to come up on stage and DJ, and then we took over the show after that.
Okay, so what's the most people we perform in front of?
Probably at that Cruise Fest. It was probably a good 15, I'm going to say about 1,500 to 2,500 people. It was crazy. They would close the park down. If you wasn't out by a certain time, you get locked in the gate and you had to spend a night. And they had tents.
So you started off like that.
Man, it went crazy.
That's at your standards.
Yeah,
high as hell.
it set my standards. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
So we gonna dive into the podcast. So what made you come up with the idea to start doing podcasts?
Shout out to my label, Moves Media. When we got together, they put me together a 3-year plan. And a part of that plan was the podcast. Because it's like, you got personality. You really should show your personality outside of the music. I think people would buy into just who you are. So I'm like, okay. And the first podcast was supposed to be called Candy Conversations. And I was going to do it alone and just have guests on there. But I was rocking with my best friend since we were like 10 years old. I'm like, come on, do it with me. You feel me? You know how you just want to bring people into stuff with you. And it was good. Like, she had her fans, I had my fans. And, things just kind of went left with us. And we just had, grew apart a little bit. So I didn't want the podcast to die off because originally it was supposed to be my podcast anyway. I did bring in a co-host. But, the show don't stop. Like, you got to keep going. And that's where it came from. I was like, we two unicorns, two pretty best friends that actually get along. You know what I'm saying? And like, don't backdoor each other, sleep with each other, men, steal each other money, tell each other secrets. Like, and still, even through the fallout, ain't none of that. Like, we don't play like that.
Okay, so how long you been doing your podcast?
Since 2021. Yep, 2021.
Okay, and for ones that don't know, how many subscribers you currently at right now?
739, I think.
See, look, she take her craft serious. I was just testing her out because some people don't really know the exact number.
739. I'm pushing for that band because yeah, we got to make some money on YouTube.
It's coming. For sure. That YouTube bag going to hit. Like,
oh yeah. And I encourage artists to put their music out on Vivo, their videos. Okay. That definitely helps.
So what's the difficulty? What's some of the difficulties you faced while you was doing your podcast?
I'm going to say first building a set. First, it was like we shot a lot of pilots. We was on the couch. We had the logo on the TV in the background. Then we went to buying furniture. Then we did the grass back wall like you see on a lot of podcasts. And I was just like, we got to do something different. So then we went to the black and white checkerboard because that's more in line with what we do here at Moves. You know what I'm saying? We represent the pawn becoming the king. So...
Okay, so setting it up, what was it like setting up your set for your podcast? I know some people. I used to have a podcast, so I do still, but I knew it was real difficult to try to come up with that look.
Yeah, that look, because I think that look is important. Like, content is key. So I was really in arguments with my team. Like, listen, I want this furniture and I want this how I want it, and they like, they ain't gonna fit in that little room. I'm like, listen, I did the measurements. Like, I did all that. I did my research. So finally, I got them to go ahead and agree to invest in the set stuff that I needed for the set. I put it together. It came in. And it's been up ever since. So you know.
Yeah. So what you think is your best episode so far?
Ooh, best episode. I'm gonna go back to like the first 10 episodes. I feel like me and Sonny really learned how after a while to kind of just play off of each other. And it was an episode where we didn't even have no guests. And we was just talking about sex talk and just being women. And
yeah, speaking of, I ain't gonna lie, your podcast a little vulgar.
It's slightly inappropriate.
Yeah, so what made you want to say fuck it? Let me go ahead and talk my talk. Like, cause you know some people be in their shell when it comes to being on podcasts. They want to be politically correct and stuff like that. What made you want to say fuck it? I'll do what I want.
Because we're not afraid of cancel culture. I think cancel culture need to be canceled. I think people should have freedom of speech and we should be able to say what the hell we want to say. And I just like to get men out of their box. Like, a lot of times men think that they know what women want, and we allow them to believe that because we're not liberated enough to speak our minds. So that's where it started. Like, let's tell these niggas what we really like secretly sneak it in there subliminally, and like it just went crazy.
So what's your wildest question you done asked the guests? There's some wild ones. I already know.
I asked Haha Davis something around the area. Do he want his booty ate?
What the hell?
I asked him, did he want, like, if, you know what I'm saying? He said the gooch was as far as he's going to let a girl go. And I said, well, the gooch ain't far from the booch, okay? So what if she spread it out and she just swipe her no swipey real quick? He was like, if she what? She'd never see me again. Yeah, that's probably the wildest question.
Hold on, time out. First off, you like the backdoor action? That's crazy.
Listen, I personally would prefer not to lick no backdoor. But if my king is being kingly, and that's upon his request, I can't say what I would do.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, amen.
So speaking of Haha Davis, how did you come about getting him on your podcast?
Man, shout out to Jason DBKS. He was actually in town to do
shout
a
out
movie.
Jason.
Yeah, he was actually in town to do a film for Jason. And we just hit him up. The team hit him up, you know what I'm saying? And was like, hey, what we got to do to get him on there, you feel me? Drop a couple dollars. We won't say what amount. And you feel me? He came through and did his big one. And he had a good time, too.
So for the ones that got podcasts and don't believe in investing their money into their shit, please tell them what does it take to have them type of guests on your podcast, because they think they can just get it off the love.
Oh no, it don't come from the love. Like, everybody wants the money. I would say the best tactic I would think to use is find a booking agent or somebody that you know that's a club promoter that bring artists on a regular. Like, I'm putting pressure on Teddy Bird right now. Like, give me I Swear Vizzo, give me Anne Marie, give me Peasy. Like, which one is you bringing on the pod? You can co-host with me. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got to be in the right place at the right time. But when those people come in town, they just want to make a couple of extra dollars.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So, yeah, you got to see who on the way here, who on the way, who in the area. If they in Detroit, if they only an hour away, it's cheaper to get them to come here an hour out their way to fly them from Miami or, you know, wherever they at.
Hey, she just broke some shit down, because I ain't gonna lie, I ain't even know nothing about that until you just told me. I appreciate that. I ain't gonna lie.
I got a booking agent for you, too, if you ever need that.
So who are some future, well, you already said some, but who are some future guests that you would want on your podcast? That's as far as like celebrity-wise or local-wise.
Okay. I definitely want Cooj on the pod. He doing his thing in a major way. Shout out to Big Cooj. Definitely want Juvie on the pod. Respect to him, and you know we gotta show him some love before he go, get locked down, do his time.
Shout out to Juve too, man.
Yeah, we gotta show him some love before he go do his time. You know, keep his name in rotation because, you know, he one of the greats. I don't want to see him fall off.
Yeah, can't let his name die
out. No, we can't. So you know what I'm saying. I want to have him on the pod. I want to have like a sex therapist on the pod. I want to have an old 80-year-old couple that's still fucking on the pod. Yeah. Like, I'm thinking, so when I think about my pod, right, I do a lot of research, and they said that you need to be either informative, educational, entertaining, or just shocking. And so if you can hit all 4 at once, you got viral content. I'm trying to hit 2 out of 3 every time. I'm trying to be shocking, funny, inappropriate, confrontational, everything. I like to take the opposite opinion of people just because. Like, I want to talk about Remy and Pat Pussy.
Pat Pussy?
Pat Pussy.
Pat, what's that?
He acting like a pussy online. His name Pat Puss. But we need to talk about that. Yeah, when I bring you on the pod, we gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't did an interview in a while, so I'm looking forward to that for sure.
No, for sure. It's gonna be lit. We're gonna have fun.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. So, yeah, we about to take a break right quick, but when we get back, we gonna get into the more juicier questions. Make sure I hit that fucking subscribe button, stupid.
I'm a big trick, especially if he dropping off that big dick. And when that nigga talk, I bet I shut up and don't say shit. I just wanna come and then I let a nigga go. I'ma spin it fast, long as he gon' hit it slow. Always was a straight A student, for that D I'm acting slow. And if I pay for his lineup, he gon' line me up for show. I'ma fuck him, I'ma feed him, but he better keep it low. How to steal my nigga heart, a broke bitch, you never know. It's getting tricky. It's getting tricky in this bitch. Sent the bottle to his section, got him giggling like a bitch. Man, I love an easy nigga, take him home and teach him tricks. I'm tryna bust it like a blick on his top lip. And if he do it good, I might let him flip my taxes. Had that nigga running like he running late for practice. Try to take my nigga bitch and see, don't I get active. Y'all hoes be attractive, but did you hit his cash app? It's getting tricky. Better cuff your niggas, getting tricky in this bitch. Better cuff your niggas, getting tricky in this bitch. Better cuff your niggas, getting tricky in this bitch.
Well, welcome back. We took a little break right quick, but we back to it. So we gonna start off with like the more funnier, spicier questions. So to start it off, what's your most unpopular opinion about just anything that just makes motherfuckers just be like, what the fuck?
My most unpopular opinion is that everybody that's married is settling.
Elaborate. I agree for sure.
Everybody that's married decided, and they're not wrong, okay? Because in this economy, in this world, it's good to have a partner. But everybody that's married settled. It's something that they would like to have in a person, that they need from a person, that they decided, I'm going to go without because I'm going to just stick with you.
That makes sense because that's why the divorce rate up so high. Because after so long of trying to put up with it, they don't want to put up with it.
Yeah, it's like I'm putting up with this and this ain't even all of what I want.
But the whole time, you know deep down in your gut, you don't want to be there.
Yeah. I think, that some people thrive not being alone. So marriage is good for those people. Mm-hmm. People who just can't go at life alone. But people who really are individuals and creatives, like a lot of my creative friends are with people that they shouldn't be with. Like it stifles their creativity. They can't move around. They can't say certain lyrics. They can't, because they're always thinking of offending this partner. They can't do business with certain.
I don't work with people like that.
Yeah, you can't do business with this girl because her baby daddy is not on that. He don't believe in her.
That's why I stopped doing skits, by the way.
Yeah. I'm telling you, listen, he don't believe in her, and it's that simple, and it can be vice versa. A lot of these women don't want their man at the studio, and he might need to be at the studio. We seen the Kanye documentaries. We seen the Lil Baby documentaries. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas got to get in the studio. Mm-hmm. Like how they get in the gym when they trying to be NBA and NFL. Like, you got to really work at this shit, and I think that a lot of people end up with a partner that's not a dreamer.
Ooh.
Dreamers should be with dreamers.
So from a female standpoint, what's your advice to other females that's potentially holding a significant other back?
I would say that if you holding your significant other back and you know that you're holding them back, I think that it's healthier for you and them to let them go. Because they're going to have a constant, like, eternal resentment for you not allowing them to be who they are. And yeah, so if you don't want your partner to resent you and you don't want to end up in a marriage where your husband doesn't talk to you and doesn't hang out with you and laugh with you, then you should support his dreams. And then you should probably start dreaming. I think that if you're not a dreamer, you still can dream.
Mm-hmm. So they still not gonna take your advice.
I know.
I already know. They still gonna have they dumbass opinion. Cause I went through the same shit, but thank God I immediately cut ties because I would make it as far as I am now.
Exactly. You wouldn't be able to.
I wouldn't be able to. All the
ass clapping you record.
You feel me?
My dear sir.
Like,
how you know her?
Yeah,
you recorded her for 5 seconds too long.
Business, like.
Yeah, like you recorded her for 5 seconds too long. Like, baby, I don't even know that girl.
I always say like that's for marketing.
That's for marketing purposes, definitely.
Yeah. So what's the craziest thing you ever did in your life and you wanted to take to the grave, but now you gotta release it? Since you so vulgar and talk about a lot of shit on your podcast, I'm gonna ask you that question.
Craziest thing I ever did in my life that I would like to take to the grave. Oh, hold on, that one. I don't know the statute of limitations on that one.
No statute of limitations. You're on here.
Nah, I think that one might have a statute of limitations. Hold on, let me see. So, okay, I got one. Every job I ever been at that was like a really good job, I lied to get there. Like, I lied. Like, people think I'm qualified for shit that I'm not qualified for.
That politically correct ass question.
That's a good one.
I was expecting a candy. I mean, man, that answer was so politically correct. I was expecting the candy bars answer.
Okay, with a candy bars answer.
Like,
okay.
Man.
Okay, so I was gonna shoot this dude one time. I actually shot at him.
All right, that's how she gonna start it off. All right, come on, my fault. Go ahead.
I actually shot at him, but I missed on purpose. Because I think I got really good aim. I think if I really wanted to hit him, he would have got hit.
Was you on feet or was you in the car?
I was on feet, but I had the car with me. I had my friend with me, my homegirl. She not my friend no more, but, you know, the statute of limitations is up on that, so she could tell who she wants to tell. But, yeah, I was like, if it get like that, hand me the pistol. I already had it loaded up,
so
ready to go.
What song you listening to on your way there?
You know what? It probably was silent because it get like that when I really be on a mission.
That's a demon.
I got music and shit in my head. Like when I'm.
So what song going through your head when you doing that?
When I do my thoughts, when I get my thoughts together.
I'm talking about in the process. So you just. Everybody got their background music in their head when they doing something.
When they doing something. You know what always pops up in my head? Shout out to 50 Cent. That Mini Man.
Hey, I swear
Mini Man had me on demon time every time. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that he got hit like I got hit, but he ain't fucking breathing. Oh my goodness.
What?
I be having to restart the whole song.
Yeah, run it back. What do you say?
What do you say?
Right. No, for real.
Okay, so what's the craziest thing you ever did with your significant other? And I say significant other because I don't know if you swing both ways or you just go straight or you on a curvy path.
I would like to say that my path has been straight with a curve or two. For the most part.
So you're both ways pretty much.
No.
Nah, once you cross that line, you over the line.
Well, I mean, I got my cat 8. I wouldn't eat no cat. So I think it's levels to this shit. Like, it's how far would you go? And I don't know. I can't see me eating no cat. But I think women are beautiful, though.
So what was your first experience with a woman like?
Drunk.
That's how it always is.
Drunk. Yeah, she told my dude she loved me too. And then they both gave me head. It was crazy. Shout out to them.
Hey, hold on. We got to cover it. It just cut me off guard.
I'm sorry.
All right.
I apologize.
I was expecting this.
You gotta tap into unicorn talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get to.
I can't wait to get you on my pod. It's going down.
Yeah, so all right, we back.
Okay.
Gotta take a little breather right quick. So unicorn talk. Mm-hmm. What was your driven goal for that concept, and then like the name? I remember you touched on it before you went on break, but like want to take a little deeper dive into it.
Yeah, I wanted to liberate women. I love a free girl. A free girlie is like a happy girlie. And that doesn't mean like sexually with everybody or anything like that. Like people think liberated is what that means. But no, it just really means like saying what you want, setting your boundaries, not settling. So whether that means being married or not, you may be able to find somebody that you can marry that's, you don't feel like you settling. Like some people don't feel like they settling. They feel like they got the best thing.
I ain't gonna lie. Honestly, that shit really don't even need a title because that shit should be given.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. That's why like I might sound like an old head saying this, but all the title shit, it be like, this shit's a given. Like you.
Like we married.
Like what?
Well, you know what the problem is that men don't really like to stick around. So if they don't like to stick around, the only promise that you have that a nigga might stick around is the marriage. Like I need this ring to know that he's gonna stay with me forever. That some new model, some new young thing is not gonna come along and strike his interest. Because men can date down for a long time. Men can be well into their 60s and date 20, 30-year-olds. It happens every day. And when a woman is 60, she not nothing like a 20, 30-year-old woman. So that's why women are pressed about this commitment. Stay with me until we die.
Jesus.
When you a 60-year-old woman, a lot of them, you not even thinking about no dick. Why you want to bind a man to that? You should just, you know what I'm saying? Like
I ain't gonna lie.
You know what I'm saying?
Can't say
but
this.
some niggas is impotent. Some niggas dick don't work. So why would you want to bind a bitch to that?
The women, I ain't gonna lie. In my line of work, I have came across a lot of women of age and younger, like from 40 to 60 and all that. Them hoes be freaky.
Yeah.
Just so
a lot of times.
They be in full blown relationships in public with their husbands, but they still want some young tender. Yeah, like. Okay,
so we're gonna talk about this on the pod. We ain't gonna make this about you today, but tomorrow we're gonna talk about that. Put a pin in that, because I need to know what that old coochie be like.
Hey,
if my coochie getting older by the day, baby, I need to know. You know what I'm saying? Still hit? Is this motherfucker still gonna hit?
I'm a silent assassin.
Oh no, we gotta talk about it.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Y'all go learn some things about me when y'all see me on her platform.
It's coming.
Oh yeah, so with your podcast, where do you see it growing to, like in the next actually from 2025? Where do you see your podcast elevating to?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna be on Revolt TV, like for sure. Like, and then even beyond that, you know what I'm saying? I see it being on a Moves network. You know what I'm saying? I see it being on the Candy Painted network. Like, I see all these things for us because we is like the innovators in content in our area right now. And so we are the creators of where we about to go next. And I think that if we create it, then it's going to happen. And, that's how big it's going to get. It's going to get bigger than big. It's people going to be beating down the door trying to get on Unicorn Talk, the podcast. And Mouthpiece coming soon.
Okay.
Be ready for that.
Okay, so with your podcast, what's the pros and cons of having one? Because people don't understand the ins and outs about it.
Once you say it, you can't take it back. It's there. You said it. I have to go rewatch my own 45-minute podcast because I don't even remember everything I said. Absolutely.
I ain't gonna lie, that
key
shit.
to being a good podcaster is watching your full episode and making sure that you are on top of the edit. If there's something that needs to come out, if there's something that needs to go in, like for example, if I'm talking to an artist about their album, I would like a picture of their album to pop up while we're speaking about it. That's something that I have to be on top of.
Okay.
Or else it's just a normal, you know what I'm saying? You got to give an incentive because who's going to come on your podcast when they don't have a real promotional tool that everybody wants something to promote with. And you can promote across 9 to 10 different platforms, from Facebook stories to Instagram stories to Facebook Reels to Instagram Reels to YouTube Shorts to YouTube, the main page, to TikTok main page to TikTok stories. Like, I don't even know how many that is. But you should be posting your content in all those places, and you got to give them something worth posting.
Okay, because now that I think about it, I used to never watch that's probably why I stopped doing it, because I never used to watch any of my episodes after I get done editing and dropping. That make a lot of sense. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, this episode real knowledgeable for sure.
If you don't like it, then what? Who else gonna watch it? You gotta fuck with it the long way, and you gotta see what can you do different every time, because you know what I'm saying, nothing's perfect, so you always just constantly perfecting the craft every episode.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so outside of your podcast and your music, where do you see you being at 2025? Like your overall goal?
Honestly, that's changed a little bit how I see it. Like, I keep feeling like I'm gonna get what I want, but it's not gonna be the way that I thought it was gonna be. Like, it's not gonna look how I thought it was gonna look, but I'm definitely gonna obtain it. So, wherever I'm at, I'm gonna be at the top. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's like, I might be an A&R. I don't know. I got a good ear for talent. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I might be an artist, because, of course, that's always in me. I feel like I was born for that. And then I might, be a movie director. This movie might drop and take the world by storm. Like, I feel like, I feel like that, or I wouldn't drop it.
Yeah, speaking of movies, I'm glad you said that, because earlier this year when I was starting out on my camera journey, I had the opportunity of helping you with your project. Mm-hmm. So for the ones that don't know, what was that project? Like, tell them what the overall idea and the process of it and when to expect it.
Okay, so the movie is called Scripted. It's actually, the soundtrack is out for that, but we're looking forward to a part 2 for the soundtrack. We delayed the movie just because, like, spiritual reasons, you know what I'm saying? When it just don't feel right. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people kind of come and go and things like that, and you want the people that you love and the people that you care for to, like, be a part of your journey, but everything is not for everybody. So that was my biggest, thing that I took away from that. It's just everything ain't for everybody, and it's okay to, like, really do the work. Like, fuck the love. Like, fuck doing it off the love. We're gonna hold auditions. We're gonna get people in here that really want to be actors, people that's going to school for this shit, like people who could do improv and whatever. Like, we're gonna really do the work to make this a real film. And the soundtrack for the movie is out. It's 5 songs. The album is called Scripted. You can find it on all platforms. But it's a story. You know what I'm saying? It's the story of a woman in desperate search of love. You know what I'm saying? She find love with somebody else's man by means of voodoo.
Okay.
So,
So for the artists that that want to be on your platform and want to get the opportunity to, what's your advice to tell them to expect to get before they get on your platform?
I think that if you come on to Unicorn Talk, that you should be ready to be open to anything. You know what I'm saying? Open to the possibilities, open to things that you never thought, of, to look at things from a different perspective, and especially be ready to talk about sex, because sex is probably like the most popular physical activity in the world. In the world. Like, more people have sex than exercise, than sleep, than, all of that. So it's like,
a form of exercise if you think about it.
And it definitely is. You burn a couple calories if you do it right. You know what I'm saying? But,
Have your Apple Watch on, they'll tell you.
Oh, really? I'm have to try that. So it ain't counting your steps. It's just counting your calorie. Okay.
Your movements.
Okay, period. I'm gonna have to try that. But yeah, man. So, like, I think you got to be ready to just be yourself wholeheartedly. If you are in a relationship, don't come on my podcast if you have a person that doesn't want you to be you.
And what's your advice to the girls that got niggas that don't want to see them on shit like your plot?
Don't want to see them.
Don't want to see them do them.
I think that those girlies got to prioritize. I think that if love is at the top of their list, they should go for that.
Okay.
If being a superstar is at the top of their list, they should go for that.
Okay, so
Period.
now I want to ask a question I asked all the female artists, and basically everybody that's on my platform. What's your opinion on tricking?
It ain't tricking if you got it.
Easy.
Yeah. I love the trick. If that's what we're gonna call it.
Hey, you know something crazy? It's always when I'm interviewing females, they never say I like to get tricked on. I choose the right females to interview. Hey, I swear, because I be always expecting, I love getting tricked on. No, they always say I like to trick here and there.
You know what I'm saying? When you but this the thing though, like when you a boss, right, and you like born that way, and you like your whole life got it on your own, it's hard to get in receiving mode. And I just want to tell all my girlies, like, being in receiving mode is like divine feminine energy. So you have to learn that. I had to learn that. I had to learn how to ask for what I wanted. I had to learn how to, let somebody do something for me because I'm a doer. And I'll just do it all. But yeah, so once I learned that and learned how to receive, then I found balance.
Yeah, that shit must have died in my generation. These hoes be begging a nigga. Oh my God. That song Help Me. Oh,
baby, can you help me?
God. Like,
I said, bitch is broken going outside. It's giving help me.
It's treacherous out here, bro. Like, that's why I'm single, because, like, they thinking, he about to, no.
Yeah.
No. Like, you tricking. I don't even know you for 10 days yet. Like,
listen, if I could give you some advice on that, what you do, like, is only entertain those you deem worthy. Like, only even entertain those you deem worthy. If she not worthy of a meal, don't take her no fucking where, because she's gonna start thinking she's entitled to some things that she's not eligible for.
Boosting her standards for no reason.
That's what I'm saying. So if you it's y'all that gasses them up. Y'all make them believe that they're eligible for things that they're not eligible for.
Damn, you just made me realize that I had a few of them. I made them thinking they was that and they wasn't that.
Yeah. When they think they was eligible.
Sad game, man.
Yeah.
That hoe was sneaky.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between a good girl and a hoe, in your opinion?
The difference between a good girl and a hoe is a good girl didn't get caught.
Oh, that makes sense. That make a lot of sense, because now you think about it, a lot of hoes is the loudmouth ones. Because you never know who really get down like that until they
it's
open their mouth.
It's the quiet ones you gotta watch.
Okay.
Good girls didn't get caught. We all love sex. End of story. Man and female. We all love a nut.
Yeah, that's funny as hell. All right, so speaking of sex, what's your worst sex experience you ever had?
Oh, he came in like 20 seconds.
Damn.
Yeah.
He made it to at least 2 minutes.
Nope.
Like, shit.
I counted the second time, because the first time I thought I was tripping.
The second time?
Yeah, because my sister gave me some bad advice and told me to, like, give him 2 rounds. Like, maybe he's just excited because it's me. Maybe it's just, you know what I'm saying? Feel me? So I said, okay, we're going to go back. We're going to go 2 rounds. We're going to go boop, boop. Yeah. Violated.
So what you do afterwards?
Nothing. Actually, I was too young and I wasn't liberated at the time. So I didn't know how to tell him that I felt violated.
Damn.
I didn't know how to tell him, like, you knew that you was going, you know that you got a problem. You should discuss that problem with me beforehand. And what? I'm serious. You should discuss that problem with me beforehand. Give me a choice if I want to partake in that, because that's not going to please me, and you know that. And then you should also do other things in order to make sure that I'm good before you have your 20 seconds of fame.
20 seconds of fame.
So yeah, that's where the guaranteed 2 nuts before the penetration came from.
2 nuts before penetration. All right, so talk about that. 'Cause I remember on your podcast you talk about that. So elaborate.
Guaranteed 2 nuts before penetration. There's so many ways to make a woman nut before you penetrate her. And if you're not confident in your ability to make her nut with penetration, then you should make sure she get her nut before you penetrate. And that way because you're gonna get yours.
Fellas, please
sure.
take a female's advice.
Yeah.
Cause niggas like me will come take your bitch 'cause you don't know what you're doing.
I'm just saying. And 2 nuts is really minimum. Two is minimum. But
So
you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna work you to death, nigga.
So,
you might
what's
be a
the
working
most-
man.
What's the most you got off in one night?
Man, you just don't even count when it's that good. When it's that good, you just don't even count. And I don't even like for a nigga to ask me that. Like, you should know. You should see the signs.
I can't wait to get on your podcast. I got some shit to tell you.
I'm ready. Let's get
Yeah,
it.
man. So before we wrap up, what's your advice to all the weak pussy bitches?
Ooh. Can you define weak pussy for me?
Ooh. Like,
I never had none.
how could I say it? When I say weak pussy, they don't just gotta be about the coochie being weak. It gotta just be about
The
your whole
experience.
experience.
The whole experience
Like,
being weak.
what's your advice to them type? Like the pretty, the pretty girl. I mean, pillow princess.
Pillow princess.
Yeah, what's your advice to them type?
I would tell them to find somebody they're comfortable with. Cause a real nigga gonna bring it out with you. Little princess, my ass. You gonna be ready to suck and slob and weave and bob and whatever you gotta do to
Yeah, so
please
pretty
that
much
man.
stop
when you fuck with
experimenting.
him. Period. Stop just having casual sex.
So what's your opinion on men having casual sex and women?
Niggas have casual sex because y'all guaranteed a nut.
Most definitely.
Y'all guaranteed a nut. Women shouldn't have casual sex because you're not guaranteed a nut. You're not guaranteed a good experience. So why would you just be doing it and just hoping on the prayer? Size ain't everything. Did you check his references?
His references.
Who did you know to hit that?
Hey, man, I can't wait to come on your podcast. Yeah, man. So tell them where to follow you at and tell them where to subscribe to your YouTube at.
Yeah, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Candy Barz. Candy the regular way, Barz with a Z on the end instead of an S. You can find me on Instagram at I am Candy Barz. You can also find me on Instagram at Unicorn Talk the Podcast and Candy Painted Promotions. Because that's my promo page. If you need promotion, hit me up. Story post, $20 for now. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at 100 Candy Barz. I really don't be fucking with that like that. I might be on OnlyFans soon. Stay tuned.
Oh, yeah. I got some questions to ask you on your platform for sure.
Stay tuned, baby.
Yeah, but before we get out of here, make sure you hit that fucking subscribe button. I'm tired of telling y'all motherfuckers that shit, bro. We going up, though, for sure. So make sure y'all follow her, hit the subscribe button on her page and all that shit. Shout out to Moves Media, man. Make sure y'all fuck with them on Instagram. The Instagram will be down below. And yeah, we out, bitch. Hit that subscribe button.
Duh.
So, man, BgMadeIt, I'm here with
Candy Barz, duh.
you got done doing a fire ass interview up here at Moves Media, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, episode